Hello guys, it's Francis and Dave again. Welcome to my channel. So today, I'd like to outline a couple of to-do lists for my next couple of days, and of course that includes making more and more YouTube video clips that can bring you more creative, more valuable contents, and most importantly, I aim to make my YouTube videos more engaging, more creative, and more useful, and to some extent, I shall try to make them as reassuring and as user-friendly as possible. Let me introduce you a couple of concrete examples, concrete tips on how to make more valuable contents. Basically, I do apologize. I do apologize for making a little bit too much videos that address metaphysics, life philosophies a little bit too much. So I believe that can be that can somewhat deter it can somewhat deter my my minor audiences. It can deter all audiences who has yet reached age of maturity, and my video can somehow make them fear their future, worry too much, think too much, and hesitate too much. Without due respect, I only aim to bring you guys the truth, the practical, the very practical and empirical hands-on experiences that I managed to experience myself. It can manifest as work experiences, daily experiences dealing with specific group of people, and that includes but are not limited to MGTOWs, single men, single women, non-single men and non-single women. I still try to cover my channel. I still aim to make my channel cover the topics as broadly as possible. I aim to make my channel a general one, a generic one, but it also features some unique contents, like my own beliefs, my own ideas, my own viewpoints on certain type of social phenomena, certain type of minority groups, or those groups of people who may need our special attention, special help. And yes. Speaking of phone recordings, I'm also attempting, to make a couple of stutterers therapy programs. I want to make my video clips more increasingly useful to those who suffer, to those who are currently struggling with social anxieties and stuttering. As you can see here, or at least so I thought that, or at least so I think, that my stuttering has to a certain degree diminished, thanks thanks in large part to my regular YouTube presenting and regular overseas phone calls to my friends, in Australia, in Japan, in the States, and from the rest of the world. I now, unlike my previous holidays I spent in China, in Singapore, now I always strive to make constant contacts with my friends from the rest of the world. Just in order to keep my voice fluent, to keep my voice sharp, to keep my language fluent, and to keep my mind clear of those negative thoughts, those negative thinkings, those negative judgment inflicted by others. You must not fall into others' labeling. Their deliberate labeling is, they are done in an attempt to make yourself lower than them. We humans all tend to envy those who do better than us. In one way or another, we always strive to put ourselves in a higher place than others. I can totally relate. I can totally understand that thinking, but we must not let that type of thinking deter or prevent us from moving forward. We must always try to do something new every day. We must always, try not to get stranded over and over with the same type of problems, the same type, the same causes of failure over and over. Excuse me. I hope I have made my points clear regarding such a matter. And actually today I tried, or at least I was planning to call at Lesson to discuss some of my business proposals, and I believe that has to bring, that has to crystallize as a mutually beneficial arrangement. But now Sydney, their Lesson Sydney office is now closed, and it will only reopen next week Monday until next week's Friday. And I just noticed that at Lesson they don't have a branch office here in China, so I believe it should be a great opportunity for me to practice my Japanese. At least they also have a branch office in Yokohama, Japan. So I will call them and gather some intels and share my experiences with dealing with those who are completely unknown to me. Okay, guys, thank you again for watching and listening. I'm your host, Francis and Dad. Don't forget to share it, even if you don't feel like subscribing to my channel. And I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. Have fun, God bless, and stay tuned. Bye bye.